the group of our friends, we kind of do know when one begins to suffer. Some days you're not having your good day and you start,
I know those days.
And like me, we all kind of like make this like sigh, kind of like just.
You kind of grit your teeth.
Yeah. Like me, I just am like, you'll hear me. I'm like, ugh. Like I literally am like, I'm done. Like I kind of like make that weird, I don't know what to call it. It's kind of
like a grunt
moan or something.
Yeah.
And
something
like
weird, whatever.
And you'll know, like I'm pretty tired. Like I have no more fuel in the tank, nothing left. And like some people just take that and they're like, he's weak. Let's go.
What's interesting is it's funny you say that, because I actually think that's usually when you get some more gumption and you said, I can push a little bit harder, or that's, you hit rock bottom and now you're just like, okay, if I can get through these next 2 minutes of just keeping this pace, I'll be through that 2 minutes. And once that 2 minutes is up, maybe the group dynamic will change a little bit in those next 2 minutes. And next thing you know, 2 minutes go by and then another 2 minutes and then another 2 minutes. And now here you are 10 miles later and you're like, oh, I feel great. And now here's the next guy behind you that's doing that same thing. Like, ugh.
It's like, as long as I can do this, like I know I do. I had no idea that every single time I get out on the bike. I did it today, even though I was just by myself.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Do you like riding by yourself?
I like it because it's kind of more of like my own
sanctuary
meditation time.
Cool. I like that. I do that too.
I'll go with, of course, my dad quite a bit, like every single day, and then friends throughout the week. And it's more, I love just going. It's just kind of peaceful meditation. Like I got up to that lake that's way up there.
Yeah.
And I just was like, just chilling there just for a little bit. I'm like, this is like just beautiful.
Never been up there.
I love it. It's so green up the canyon right now. So I was like, I love it. I wish I had a house up here. Like it'd be so nice.
Yeah. Are there houses up there?
There's not actual houses. I think there's two cabins.
Like tucked way in the back.
That are up. Nah, they're actually on the main, well, I'll have to show you if we head up there. If we go past the Sunset Campground, I think there's one or two. I think there's, okay. I know there's one, of course, because I've seen it a million times, but.
Sure.
But yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's definitely an area I want to check out, but I got something interesting to share with you. So I found that.
What is it? Okay, next one. Next one.
So, I'm researching things today. Mark hits me up. He goes, "Hey, Keegan, come join me on this podcast." And I go, "Yeah, of course." I look up a fact. According to this website, in Switzerland, it is illegal to own just one guinea pig.
What the heck?
This is because guinea pigs are considered social animals, and they are considered victims of abuse if they are alone.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I definitely know in kindergarten or like growing up in elementary school of like a classroom having one guinea pig and maybe like a hamster.
They kind of scare me.
Guinea pigs?
Yeah, I don't know. Like
cultures eat them.
Ew. That's disgusting.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten?
Whale blubber.
I've never done that.
That is disgusting. Whoa. It tastes like.
You add salt?
No, I just had the. Oh no, I didn't. I just
like
had the whale blubber.
Oil?
Yeah, it was like this nasty like oil stuff.
Was it like a little cube?
Yeah, it was like a cube. Whoa. So I had that, and then
did it fill you up?
No, it was. Oh, it like is disgusting. It was. It wasn't too big of a chunk. It was probably like I don't know, that big.
Yeah.
And then like size of 2 quarters, I guess. And and then I had some.
That's a big chunk.
I had some raw fermented seal. Ooh. That was like 10 years old.
Were you ever in Nome by chance?
No, I was in Barrow.
Okay, that was in Barrow. Sure.
So way
up north. Oh. My old roommate was from Nome, and I know he would eat that. Like in the wintertime, he lived in an Inuit tribe, and he was one of the only white males there. Like his whole family was white. They were from down here or whatever, but
yeah,
they would eat that, and that's very interesting that you said that.
Oh.
Ugh.
Yeah,
I would like want to put a little salt. Where's the sriracha?
Well, I didn't have any of that. I didn't have any of that.
Taluba.
They don't have any of that up there. They're like, it is like the weirdest culture, man. Definitely. And it was just like
definitely
the nastiest. It just was like it was weird because like I started like chomping on it, and you can't like chew through because it's just pure fat.
It sounds like it's like a piece of gum that eventually you decompose in your, or, you know.
That actually makes a lot of sense. But then it also, like, it's weird because it was like expanding in the mouth. Because it was like getting saliva and it was like growing. And you're like, disgusting, I know. But I guess we should move on before I like get really grossed out.
Yeah, so guinea pigs, though, you can only have, apparently in Switzerland, you can only have 2. You can't have just one.
I wonder if anyone's ever like...
What if that law was everywhere? Like for all animals?
Oh, crap.
Right?
Well, Tiger King, he's got it down then. He's got plenty of...
I never got into that.
I never really got into... I saw like...
I didn't even watch... You know what's weird? I don't even have Netflix or... I can't believe I'm admitting this over a podcast right now, but I don't even pay for Netflix, like, or Hulu.
Neither do I.
Nice. Nux.
Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
And Nate?
I just watch YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
And I have Amazon Prime. Like, come on. You know?
Yeah, you get enough on there.
Yeah, but I barely use it.
Yeah, I don't have Amazon Prime.
That's okay.
I think my sister does.
I don't think you're missing out on much.
Yeah. There's too many. There's Apple TV. There's Netflix.
Yeah, like
Hulu,
what are you
Disney
doing?
Channel.
Like, are you spending all your time in front of a screen?
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, I got things to do, man.
I
got life to live.
Yeah, I'm out riding my freaking bike. I mean, that actually.
I'm out riding my bike.
Look at this. This actually reminds me of the next one that I have. Movie trailers were originally shown after the movie, which is why they were called trailers.
I read that online as well today.
Kind of a weird, interesting fact. And like, what? Who honestly was thinking that?
Well, okay, I can see why they changed it though, because eventually movies became this popular thing.
Yeah.
So they're probably spending more money and have larger budgets, so they produce these really amazing films, and they're like, well, let's really push for, viewership later on. So what does that mean? Well, we need to put that in front of the people before they already paid for a ticket to watch the movie that they just paid for. Like, they're going to get up after the movie and just leave, so their trailer's not going to be seen by anybody. It's kind of like our, engagement or quote-unquote ad impressions in a sense, if you think about it.
That's very true.
You get more impressions if you put it in front of people before they watch the movie.
That is very true.
Yeah.
I just find that funny how, like, who came up with that idea to, like, just...
A trailer.
Oh, let's just put this after, like, even though they've seen the movie...
Mm-hmm.
Let's just put this clip after, like, the same thing that they've seen.
Is there a year date on that?
Year date? No, there's no year date on this one. It just says, of course, the problem of showing it after the film was that the audience wouldn't stay to watch it because it's like they've already seen it, so it doesn't make any sense, But
that's interesting.
Get this though.
That's actually interesting.
This is how awful. I mean, we all hate Monday, right?
Well, I think it depends.
You like Monday? You're a Monday fan?
So here's my deal with Monday. What do you got going on that Monday?
What do I have going on Monday?
Well, let's say you start your Monday off. You get up, Sunday you finished up with the weekend. Mm-hmm. You're exhausted. You're like, dang, I just did 50,000 miles on my bike. Summited 47 peaks. I am tired. I don't want to go to work tomorrow. But you get up,
Was that me? Were you?
I was just, yeah, I was you. You get up and you're like, oh, I don't want to go to work. But you get to work and you realize you see some old friends. You get to catch up with your work people. You kind of do some work. When we used to work in the office, we'd always, kind of quote unquote shoot the shit or talk turkey, as some would say in the North.
Spill the tea.
Spill the tea. Exactly.
Yeah.
I like that one. Never heard that one. Spill the tea.
I heard it from Chelsea.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. She's like, it's spill the tea, not spill the beans. I'm like, no, it is spill the beans.
Nice. Well, so what's the fact about Monday? Mondays. Man.
Heart attacks are more likely to happen on Monday.
That makes sense.
It's because it sucks. No one wants to go back to work.
No one wants to go back to work.
Okay, it says, this isn't exact. What?
So do you think people who really ideally love their job love Mondays? If you're traveling, you love Mondays because you're like, frick, I'm traveling.
I don't know. For your job?
Yeah.
I traveled for my job like a couple
On Monday?
2 years ago? Yeah, dude. I was like traveling all the time and I hated it.
What? What were you doing for work?
I was doing.
Were you territorial sales?
No. I was helping with like big events.
Sure.
It was just like it was a fun job. Like, don't get me wrong. I loved the people I was with all the time, but it was like crazy just work all the time. And the minute you're on the road, it's like work. And there was no time for sleep. I'm not kidding you. There was a time that we worked for almost 48 hours straight. It was like,
how much Red Bull did you drink?
Dude, we had so much Red Bull, so much Mountain Dew, and it was just like, and we had like no food between that because it was just like go,
and half the time that food's gonna be like gas station food from Maverick or
just
Quick
pizza.
Trip.
It was in New York. It was pizza.
Okay,
it was good pizza. I will say that. At 2:30 in the morning. And then, get this, I was walking back to the hotel. What's that?
Hopefully thin crust pizza.
Yeah. Oh, New York, dude. I love New York.
Do you fold your pizza?
When it's those big slices, I do just to hold it a little bit easier because
just checking, you know,
it gets all floppy, and I'm like, and then grease is like flicking everywhere, and I'm like,
if you could see his arm gestures, you would be laughing.
Yeah, good thing we're not doing video on this one. But yeah, dude, like. Where was I going with that? Just
it started from Mondays.
I mean, work. I mean, travel on the road. I don't know. Traveling's fun, but it's like if you're doing it all the time, that's where I was like, I don't have any time to go to do the things that I love to do. Because I was traveling. There was a part where it got so busy, I was gone from like, was it October? Yeah, I think it was October. Till like near the end of November, and
Were you going August. In and out of Salt Lake?
Yeah, I think it was August. August to the end of November. I was only home like 5 times. Wow. Like 5 nights.
So there's probably there's most likely pros and cons to that, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, there's pros and cons. I mean, I was getting nice frequent flyer miles. Sure. Delta.
Yeah.
And I still haven't used them yet.
This might be the time to do it.
This might be the time.
Yeah.
I might get Caroli. Why do I call it Caroli? Because there's this guy on Instagram that calls it the Caroli. He's like, don't want to get the Caroli.
Don't want to get the Caroli. I just want a cannoli.
Chip Diamond. That's who it is. Chip Diamond. If you get to listen to this, oh, man. Shout out to you, big boy. Oh, he's a freaking awesome guy. He's the guy that wears that nasty, ugly sweater, and then he always tilts his glasses, and he's always like making fun of people like that.
Oh, I don't know. I think I've seen his No. I think I've seen his YouTube.
Dude, he's hilarious.
Does he usually sit on a couch in like some skyscraper building in New York?
Maybe.
It could be just one of his episodes.
Maybe.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, dude.
Sure. Caroli?
Yeah. Don't want to get the Caroli.
Don't want to get the Caroli. Sounds like he is in Boston.
Hey, did you know tennis players are not allowed to swear when they are playing in the Wimbledon?
Tennis. What an interesting sport tennis is. I don't know how I feel about it.
I don't like the noises they make. It's like,
you know what's funny is if you go to a climbing gym, they kind of make the similar noises sometimes when they send a hold. When they're just like, or they got a giant crimp or a pincher. Yeah.
I'm horrible at climbing because my short arms and my little hands. And
you're probably really good at bouldering.
No, you'd be good at bouldering. You got the longer arms.
Yeah, but you got like the short, stocky build.
That's true.
But the Wimbledon, you think it's because that's in England, correct? In Britain?
I could look that up real quick. Let's see.
I
don't know.
I grew up playing a little bit of tennis here and there. Like I would go with my neighbor. I think we would go maybe like twice a week. And we would bike over to the local tennis court. And at the time I was younger and I was still playing soccer. Yeah. And what ended up happening is, this is kind of funny. We would be playing tennis and all these high schoolers would show up. And mind you, I'm like 7 or 8 years old. So this probably stems, outward some years as well of how I became who I was. But I ended up playing futsal. They would literally just play futsal on the tennis courts with a futsal ball. And I would like ditch my neighbor while he's playing tennis. And then I would start going to play soccer. And then I would be like playing with these high schoolers at a very young age. And I would start to learn all these things probably a 7 to 8-year-old shouldn't be learning because he's like playing with all the older kids. But tennis, what an interesting sport. Would you rather play tennis or